this ambiguous works? Yo, what's up, happy people? Listen, we're at the millwork. No, we're not at the farmer market right now. But look at this cool artwork. Wait, let me give you more of a detailed perspective. Let's use these eyes. Look at what we have. This is the artist. Look at her business cards. And look at her artistry. Doesn't it resemble someone else? That is definitely inspired by Basquiat. I really enjoy everything. In fact, I enjoy it so much, I made a purchase. Yay! Look at these works right here. And there's more. Wait, come find out.
Hey everyone. If you're into art, make sure to head over to Instagram and follow Raina76Artist. Her amazing artwork is currently being displayed at the Millworks located at 340 Verbaker Street in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
If I ever wanted to feel like a UPS box, I felt like packaging today, because I've definitely been shipped all over the place. All these gray skies. So I made it to my destination. I just arrived in Harrisburg. And now it's time for me to descend somewhere. Don't know where yet. Well, I guess I could take solace in these rocking chairs, because I love me a good rocking chair. Give me some sleep before my ride get here. Straight up. It's so conflicting. I got a helicopter going in my ear, but I'm at an airport, and I'm at Harris International Airport. It says international. I do not make it up. It says Harrisburg International Airport. Yo, Harrisburg, what's good, baby? It's the boy, John Lee from 1983, coming back at you with another food extravaganza in the heart of the PA, baby. Yeah, that's my favorite joint right there, the taco spot. We on the famous second row. I came through one night, Sawyer's was really popping. Crazy good experience. One thing I want to share with you guys about living on Second Ave or Second Row or Restaurant Row. Oh my goodness, I done split my whole thing. Look, I knocked this out. Let me fix that. The closer you get to the state capitol, the further it is from Walnut. Walnut going all the way up to about the end of the row. Has a lot of food places, but if you don't get on Second and South, but if you get to Second and South, let me show you some other spots. Burger Gun, they remind me of the Five Guy burgers in the Apparator House. Oh my goodness. This joint right here, I get a little cafe, and get a little azul. Oh my goodness. With the empanadas, real good. But say you want something light, you want to be in a casual area, and you want to be somewhere aesthetically pleasing, let me show you. There it goes. There it goes, Cork and Fork. Yes, look where it's by. Dun, dun, dun. The state capitol. Since living downtown Harrisburg is a community and it's a walking utopia filled with gyms, theater, artistry, there was a joint on Third Row I seen, and I haven't been here since the fire, and I want to go see it and see this lady has her art, because I'm a fan, so I'm walking to go look at her art collection. Straight up. Public sector unionism. There we go. Let's go to the fun. Past Forester. So I had to come to Harrisburg to see exactly what side of the market got hit. And after walking down Third, I can confirm it wasn't on Third. It's on the original building on the back side of the apartment complex. Got it. So crazy. It's the historic side. Look at all the windows busted out and the doors boarded. I was just in here not too long ago. But seriously, the last time I was here, I wanted to go to the millwork. I didn't go inside of it. It's a Tuesday. I'm not sure if it's open, but I'm in Seabees. There's a specific art studio that was available. So let's see. Okay, we got the hours. So Monday they're closed, Tuesday through Thursday 4 to 10, Friday through Saturday 11:30 to 10, Sunday 10 a.m. to 3, 5 to 9. Kitchen closed at 9 p.m. daily. Sunday kitchen closed at 8:30. So I got a DM, and in that DM, the artist had showed me a photo of her at Basquiat's grave. And I was like, wow. I told her, I was like, listen, Basquiat, Warhol, and Keith Haring are my inspirations as far as artists. So while sitting in the truck, waiting for Lily to come out, I had an epiphany. I now have purpose for my week trip to New York City. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going to take her business card, which I have right here, for Arena 76 artist, or Renee, or Renee. That's what I pronounced it as. I could be wrong. But I'm gonna take her business card and I'm going to write a letter to Basquiat, read it to him, and leave it there and take a photo of it because she inspired me to do so when she sent me a picture of her at the grave. And I was like, yo, that is something I want to do. So I'm gonna do it. Straight up. So this is how we waking up to breakfast in New York City, or Jersey, excuse me. So good news, we're here in Jersey, but my destination that was inspired from my conversation with the artist is actually in the same vicinity of where I was already originally going. So because the other destination is not taking us out our zone, I definitely want to try to hit 2 in 1, but I left the content in the car, so I'm waiting for valet to go get our vehicle so I can get the items needed for the mission. Straight up. The library?
Yeah, scooter.
Yes, that scooter's clean too. You want to see about getting the scooter rental? So we in Brooklyn right now, so we going by 4th and 5th, and my camera was overexposed, so that's why you seen it washed out back there. But don't worry, only thing you got to do is just tap on the screen. Anytime you see white on it, it might be a little interference. Pause in between your content and just press. That way you can reset and relive the whole experience, or if you got to, hit the side of the camera that is coming in overexposed the most. But we're going from 4th to 5th. We're walking. We're gonna go see Basquiat. We have no idea exactly where the plot is, but it's early enough in the day. Hopefully, there won't be no issues. Then we're gonna head over to the Brooklyn Library, see the Jay-Z exhibit, and give my wife a chopped cheese. Straight. So clearly my wife has the reservations about taking a walking tour of a cemetery. Where she from, they don't do cemeteries like that, but she from the South. In the South, they love their cemeteries. She's just scary like that. Looking for lot grave information, please refer to the kiosk in either the front office with the green awning or the arch across from here. So me and my wife was just listening to this nice lady giving us directions to Basquiat. So when you come inside the cemetery, especially from the main entrance, you are the equivalent of being at Central Park over there off 5th and like what, 50th, versus being at Central Park and being in Harlem off like 125th. It's a big difference, but we're on a mission, and since it's driving, what the lady did not know that I knew is that we can just get an Uber and have the Uber take us by there, and then have the Uber take us by the library, which might not be bad because we're gonna walk for maybe a couple more minutes and get some video, and then that's probably more than likely what I do. Have them take us up to Brooklyn or take them to the subway. It don't really matter to me. Fuck it, we're here to have time, have fun and maximize all of our trip with time. But let me show you the map real quick. All right, save some battery juice. We said this is the main entrance, this is where we're at, and we're gonna go over here by Valley Stream. And the whole point is that we're using the markers, and you see 22 on here is for Basquiat. Then you flip over the map, You see Basquiat's right there at 22, which is a ways away, but we'll be by the Fort Hamilton Parkway entrance afterwards. So we're gonna see how far. They're basically saying it's about a 6-minute walk. So we're gonna see.
It's not so much just debris, it's just like you see from here, you see that little stuff floating on top?
Yeah.
Can you kind of see the black dots?
Yeah, I see all of them.
That's what you see when you're ready to put in. You don't know if those are bugs
Oh, yeah.
or what.
I got you.
From back here, it looks nice. When you get up on it, you see how green it really is. And you're like, ugh. You see the stuff floating in it.
You see the stuff floating in it? So I had a lot of debris. What, dip my feet in it?
Shit.
I got that recorded.
Yeah, go look at it. You ain't gonna want to.
So, factual information. This was not part of the original game plan. I wanted to come out here and see the Jay-Z exhibit because when my wife and I first got to the East Coast, we had a chance to see the Basquiat and Andy Warhol play playing in New York City. And it was running till February. And for whatever reason, I decided I had time and that the show would come back. The composer never came back, and it put me in a deep Basquiat depression, and subsequently, I was mad at myself for not seizing the moment and taking advantage of what I had the opportunity to do, because off-Broadway productions are very feasible, and I did not take advantage of the opportunity before me, and yes, I lived to regret it. So when I seen this artist's amazing work and I seen and knew where the inspiration came from, I wanted to document and expose their artwork because the Berg already recognized it because they put it on their cover for September. And it made me want to go get a piece of that artist's artwork. I didn't know from that piece of artwork the DM was going to inspire me to go to the Greenwood Cemetery with my wife. Say hi, Lily. She said hi with her tongue out. That's how her translation of hello. And it was going to send us down here to Greenwood so I could take an artifact that I purchased and take a picture and potentially leave it, because they did say they discarded everything besides flowers on sites. But I want Basquiat to know how he has inspired an artist that inspired another artist, and how he keeps continuously inspiring new generations of artists through his brief 27 years of existence, because he was fearless and put his work on display for us to review, critique, be in awe of, and genuinely just take in and consume. Lily, come on, baby. I love you. You got this. Want to?
Huh?
Want to get behind the scene over my shoulder?
What other one?
Get in landscape, please. In landscape, no, thank you.
27.
27. Thank you for inspiring the artist who inspired me to go on this journey and give you this card. From the artist, for you, Kenny. All right, put it back in the bag to protect it.
Hi, Basquiat.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Are you guys artists or?
Inspired. He's just an inspiration to all. Just wanted to leave a card from the artist who inspired me to go on this journey today. Lily, can you get a portrait of me real quick in front of here? Then I'll be out the way and let you have it all to you.
I just want a quick picture.
Me too.
You take your time.
Thank you. How you want me to pose? I don't want. How's that? No? All right.
Can you take my picture?
Sure can.
You can look at those too.
All right, I'll let you take a photo. Thank you. Thank you for inspiring the artist who inspired me to go on this journey and give you this card. From the artist. This is for you. Alright, so before we go, make sure the dogs eat they inside. So I know they use the restroom and ran around. What time you normally get to the church?
A little before 9:30.
So you got a whole picture. And see, this is, so you do a screenshot. New trick. Let me get a photo of you. Look sharp. There we go. Oh! Oh, I thought my watch was dead. My watch is still on, so I guess I will wear time today. So, we need to head out so we can go get some breakfast. One of your favorites. You get up with your
They
drum.
already took the song I Wear in the Gates.
But you remember, you get your drum, you get up and be like, I got a testimony. And you would start off and he'd be like, lead me to the rock. That was
It's been a while since I saw
higher than I. Really? That was your go-to.
Lead me to the right.
You never see you. You got half your face showing. To the rock. That was lead me to the rock. That's higher than I. Good. So how does it start? Lead me to the rock. Listen. Yes, ma'am. There you are. Listen, listen, listen. I could play some Marvin Sapp right about now. We might have to play some Marvin Sapp on the way to devotion. Get the word in us. Get the word in us. That's what the word does to me. The word just inspires, cultivates. Thank you. All right. The both sandwiches are in here?
Yes.
All right. Here's your orange juice on.
Thank you.
All right.
Pray for the lady I went to.
Oh, pray for the lady. What?
What?
I'm going to pray for you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You have a wonderful day. All right. All right. I'm praying for the lady at Burger King. We're going to get that prayer request in. Yes, we are. God has put it on us. Let's go ahead. Before we pull out this driveway, they say where two or more gather, God is present. Your hand, my brother.
So you might be doing some things. I might get in there just because I'm passing through, but I'm not going to do everything that you're doing.
I think we went to about 5, 6 different places. And I couldn't find it. Dad is somewhere inside the vicinity of the cemetery, right?
Somewhere else.
So my think path is this. If we sit up here and talk to Dad, Dad will hear us. So I would like to take this moment, look at this piece of cement, and treat it like it's his tombstone, talk to him. Cool? So Dad, I know it's been some time, and we have not been faithful. We have not been here. We have let our lives taken priority, and we would not be in the positions that we are in life if it had not been for you. So I want to take a moment and thank you. And I know this ain't your plot, but if you know my heart, I desire to find your plot and spend time with you. But right now, while we're here, I just wanted to play a song.
All from my home, I will let it shine. All from my home, I'm gonna let it shine. All from my home, I will let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let
I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Even in Toledo, I'm gonna let it shine. Even in Toledo, I'm gonna let it shine. Even in Toledo, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
All through my church.
I'm gonna let it shine. All through my church, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the church, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh,
Everywhere I go,
I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, Granddad Kim, you gonna let it shine. Granddad Kim, you gonna let it shine. Granddad Kim, you gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Heavenly Father, Lord, wherever my Father is, dear Jesus, anywhere in this grave site, Lord, wherever you are, I've missed you. I've seen you. Only when I can feel the both of you, Dad, Mom, wherever you are, I know you're right here with us. You're with us here every day, every night, morning, evening, noon. You're with us every day of the year.
Amen.
Lord, wherever you are, wherever they are, Lord, keep them safe.
Amen. Country. Let's get all that. Oh. Ah. You know I love you. I brought Uncle Ed out this time. Make sure you're doing good. Uncle Ed got his camera out here. I'm teaching him how to use it finally.
Good, Mom?
Yeah.
I'm videotaping you, Mom. I love you. Of you and Dad together. I feel you both at the same time. Lord, I love you. Mom, I love you. Dad, I love you. You're always with me. No matter where you're at. You're here with us. Keep doing my life. You and Dad both.
With that being said, Grand, got something for you.
Oh, magnify the Lord, for he is worthy to be praised. Hosanna, blessed be the rock. Hosanna, blessed be the rock of my salvation. Hosanna,
Hey, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation.
oh, magnify the Lord, for he is worthy to be praised. Oh, magnify the Lord, for he is
Worthy to be praised.
Hosanna,
Blessed be the rock.
Hosanna, blessed be the rock of my salvation.
Hosanna, blessed be the rock.
Hosanna,
Blessed be the rock of my salvation. Father, I come to you right now. I'm taking my hat off because my grandmother wouldn't have it any other way. We want to just sit there and fellowship with Gran, because even though you have moved on and you're preparing the table for us and the pathway for us in the upper room, we still feel your presence. We will not forget you. Your memory, your legacy is intact, and we love you. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen. And amen.
Amen.
I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. Soldier
In the army of the Lord, I'm a soldier in the army.
Fight till I die in the army of the Lord. I'ma fight till I die in the
Gran, I got you.
army.
Here we go, Gran. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. I will rejoice.
I will rejoice
And be glad in it. And be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day.
Hey,
This is the day that the Lord has made. And Joanne would say in Spanish, S-A-S-L dia, S-A-S-L dia, que Señor hizo, que Señor hizo. Yoko serene, Yoko serene, mini son, S-A-S-L dia, que Señor hizo. Loco, hizo. S-A-S-L-D, ay, S-A-S-L-D, que Señor hizo, ay. Love you, friend. What's up, my travel buddies? What's up, my thrill chasers? What up, my adventure seekers? How you guys doing? It's been a couple days. I want to say this first and foremost. I put a short film out Monday that I had recorded with my uncle on Sunday, and I had used the app, and I thought everything was a-okay with the video, and then I had looked at the video on YouTube, and I was like, cringe. I had that cringe moment where you're like, oh my gosh, like it was pretty bad, right? I'm going to re-release that, re-edit it, and then I'm going to do my first Facebook ad on my new Facebook page, Going Down the Rabbit Hole with John Lee from 1983. Starting today, I have a little bit more free time on my hands because yesterday I was surprised with some bittersweet news. My employer that I had been with for the last 4 years said goodbye to me, and it was abrupt, it was quick, and completely caught me off guard. I was getting ready to put money down on the place in Louisville and transition from my hotel room, and then I got some more disturbing news. And not only was I released, but based upon things that were said regarding my handling of my business, there was like a 1% margin of error or something they calculated with all the claims and everything I've handled, where they found some minute errors. Now, personally, I think that that's not the case. I was still surprised, but you really shouldn't be surprised when you bring people into your world and you are not aware of them and you don't know their background. You should be highly mindful of your interactions with others, whether what you guys perceive to be good or is something developing. And ultimately, I feel like because in my profession, we do a lot of networking amongst each other, that kind of came back and played me, because we know the world that we live in is no different than high school. People have they cliques, and they click and their friends, and they have the people they look at, and we know that at times, especially with guys, because let me raise my right hand, I've been guilty of it. A guy will hear a female's perception of something and then personalize it and be like, oh, I ain't gonna deal with dude, without having the conversation first. And I'm not saying that's the case, but just know that I am okay. It's different when you get reprimanded for something that happened months and months in past tense that comes to the light. It wasn't something that actually happened where it could be like a teachable moment, but yet and still, it opened the door to this conversation. So I'm glad to be having this conversation. So I want to share with you guys something that I have been thinking about since this morning. And that would be the 27 emotions. And according to what I read on Forbes, these are the personalities I sit there and say that we all have. I sit and say, depending on what moment we're in, we are either unconsciously being moved by the active voice, or we are aware of the active voice in our head. Either or, that active voice has intent. And that intent is based upon the emotional list. Now, I've heard people quantify this and make it more than 27, but to just paraphrase and keep it real short, my G got 3 columns, 9 each. So let's run down the gauntlet going left to right. We got anger, fear, anxiety, surprise, awkwardness, contempt, pride, calmness, sadness, disappointment, disgust, action, envy, boredom, interest, confusion, guilt, excitement, shame, love, loneliness, amusement, awe, and compassion. These are 27 different character traits that I feel are actively inside of us, and depending on our dominant traits, they are either in cahoots with it and they're saying you sit back or you come forward, or they are in correlation with each other and they take turns as needed being that person. That's how you have a person who is quiet and can be very observant and then say something, and then when you have a rebuttal, they can become defensive and be ready for war because they had maybe a specific intent with that question, and depending on how you responded to it, if they found it warranted, they were going to react to you in accordance. And that's when you got the guy like, what you say? Something like that. That's what I'm alluding to. So yesterday I was in surprise. I've been faithful. I love my company. I love working for them. I absolutely have nothing bad to say, but being that I work for myself and through different vendors, there's a less protection. And that's like when I left the auto industry. UAW really have you covered on so many regards, but at the same time, when you have that luxury of knowing that you're going to be baby, sometimes that coddling enables you to become a codependent. Whereas when you are independent and you got to be a free thinker and you got to go get it yourself, and you have less restrictions and the pay is 10 times as much, you are usually persuaded to go do what you got to go do. And that's who I always have. But the surprise is over with, because the surprise was really this. I made goals for myself. Somewhere in 2023, I seen things were not lining up with what I had wanted initially for the vision for my life when I had joined my union. So fast forward, it gets about the middle of 2023, I'm looking at things and saying, well, you know what are my personal goals? Because I understand I put people before me because I'm always looking for solutions to problems. So if you have a conversation with me, I'm actively listening with the intent to strategize and figure out something regarding our courtship, relationship, things of that nature. So I said that to say this. I had a moment and realized that I do need to put myself first. So I made a TikTok this morning, and I'm gonna share it with you. It really resonated with me because it was like the moment I started to really love myself more than I love that person's problems, this person's ongoing issues, this person's struggle, the more I really started to understand that this is me versus me. And if I don't stop these active voices for suggesting, have compassion, oh, think about someone else and think about me, then I'm going to be in a predicament that I cannot foreseeably see myself getting out of. Like if I stop everything right now, I'm good. And that's like kind of where my mind is at. 40 years of running life, 40 years of having the opportunity to engage and figure out things. Half of that stuff was not even applied because when you live in the moment, you don't actively set out to notate, take notes, write down things, and come with solutions and say, okay, is this person for me? Is this situation right for me? Do I really optimally see this as the solution to my problems? These are things I never thought to think about nor discuss because I was self-mentoring myself, meaning that before I grasped YouTube and grasped the books and learned about what T.D. Jakes and John C. Maxwell and the countless other inspiring, influential leaders of the church brought to my acknowledgement, I was dumbfounded because my grandfather passed away when I was 10. My father was more so of a weekend parent. My uncles had their lives, and my mother was working 2, 3 jobs while my grandmother was ministering the congregation. Did I have sit downs where people poured into me? Yes and no, because the pouring into me was having continuity with my family at the table while watching in the heat of the night. It wasn't more so about Jonathan, do this, and this is how you're going to elevate yourself like I pour into my daughters. But that's not to sit there and say that they were not actively trying to do something for me for the greater good. It's just sitting there saying that the style in which they approached me was the best style for them at the time, which in turn, I have come to my own theories and say I need to be a little bit more proactive because at 40, I see some of my emotional shortcomings, and my emotional shortcomings was one, me not addressing, dealing, and talking, communicating, and learning how to actively talk with others, as well as I actively decided to work out when I got diagnosed with diabetes. So, long story short, let's dig down the rabbit hole and let's discuss these 27 different emotions because we all have them. We just have them more actively with different emotions than other emotions, but we all have range. I can hold my eye and almost start to form a tear, which is something I just started doing because my emotional receptors for my tear ducts were not working for years. But the more we use these tools, the better we become. So right now, surprise, you learning the first of 27 different tools that we will be discussing in my daily and whenever. P. Y'all really thought I wasn't gonna say it. Skraitup. And that's SKRAITUP exclamation point. Boom.
I don't know why I even gotta say this, but I stopped being faithful to you when I finally learned how to be faithful to myself. Straight up.
I'm gonna do the tacos. I haven't had fish tacos in I don't know how long, but the thing is, that does look really good.
I really feel like I tend to do well with my food selection. It's got me excited. The sweet potato waffle fries and the house seasoned, superb. They can't go wrong with that. If I do anything, I'm gonna try the catfish. I'm gonna try the coleslaw. I don't before I get to the main one, because the fries just got me excited. So I'm like, how's this coleslaw going hit? I'm trying to be fair. I want to get into it some more. It's literally just coleslaw. Like if you take the coleslaw and mix the tartar sauce with it, it'd be something. But it's like dry lettuce. It's cold. There's no seasoning to it. It's like you just ate out of the bag, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's cabbage with some
Raw cabbage out of the bag.
with some light mayo.
Let me see this fish though. It says the mother, they call this out of the water. I'm gonna try it without no tartar sauce.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's really fishy.
Yeah. It's like catfish. It's definitely not a whitefish.
It's hard fried, like I like, but it's like, did they fail to put seasoning on it? They just put flour on it and cook
They
it?
said salt on mine.
Let me see something.
But it does have a very distinct taste.
Tartar sauce helps everything. I said the tartar sauce helps everything. I'm mixing up my tartar sauce inside my coleslaw. I'm gonna hit it with a little lemon You know what? I'm starting to get into the green sauce a lot more. But you got to try things. But that's what I'm a creature of habit to the point where if I get something good, my man with them nachos this morning, he was good.
They were so fresh tasting, like lightly crispy. You know I'm gonna be night eating this pasta.
Coleslaw and save it.
They gave you a piece of bread, you put that, you got a nice little sandwich.
In the bread. Best thing to it was the sweet potatoes.
Which isn't bad, but as soon as I tasted it, I remember that is the taste of it. I remember Jason's dad brought some and fried a bunch of it.
I gotta get that pepper sauce. Question is, those shrimps. What's going on, travel buddies? It's the boy John Lee from 1983. And as promised, I am coming to give you my true sentiments, thoughts, however you want to classify it, on Redfish, Bluefish, and Pensacola Beach. Now, full disclosure, we have no affiliation. Went inside there just as two lovebirds who are doing date night while vacationing for my wife's birthday. Just went inside there. We were hungry and we wanted some food. And I'm not going to lie, the graphics on the sign, Redfish, Bluefish, felt like some Dr. Seuss. So we was all for it. So we went inside there. Loved the way that it was structurally, like, you go inside, you walk up some steps, you got to go to the hostess station. Once you go to the hostess station, they show you where you can sit at. They gave us two choices. We could sit closer to the bar, or we could sit on the outside, which is where we sat at, closer to the water. This is inland. This is on the opposite side of the beach where our hotel was at. So we were like, well, my wife chose, she said inland. And honestly, we're not going to go there. But the place that she originally wanted to go to, they weren't serving food. And for all kicks and giggles, just say I was in the doghouse. Long story short, we get seated. They gave us the menu. We looked over everything. They had an array of different items. This is basically on the beach. So for my disposition, when you're on the beach, anybody that's selling you like a Denny's menu, that's suspect to me. Why? Because it's all about being good at what you're good at. That's just something I got spoiled with living in Panama City Beach. Like, if you go to a taco joint, you're going to a great taco joint. You're going to like Juan's Tacos. If you go to Pineapple Willie's, you're really going to go get like traditional bar food, fried and, some steamed vegetables. But you're getting like a plethora of beach, a la carte, Denny, IHOP kind of items. And if you go to like a place that is Redfish, Bluefish, you're going to associate that with like seafood, right? That's what I did. So when me and my wife made our selections, we talked to the lady. And as you guys see, I'm from Ohio. I mean, clearly it's on my chest. I'm not really into fish. I just started really becoming a seafood connoisseur. So the lady said to me, the fish and chips is plentiful. So I'm like, cool, plentiful with the fish and chips. I think that's a safe bet. It's kind of on the expensive side. It was like $25. And she said, you got a choice between, I think it was mullet. Yeah, mullet is the preferred fish. And then you can upgrade to, she said, the Maui, and you can get the grouper. She said the mullet is like catfish. And catfish is a fish I don't mind eating, even though people in the South are, they would eat tilapia before they eat catfish. Where I'm from, I don't touch tilapia. It's like the cockroach of the sea, but, different strokes for different folks. Long story short, my wife kind of alluded to doing like a split plate. I was like, I don't mind sharing, but what she wanted to do was substitute my fries for grits. And we eat grits with like everything. So this particular meal, I actually wanted to have the fries. And I was pleasantly surprised with the fries they did give us, because I didn't know they were going to give us like the waffle fries. And they were crisp, they were fresh, they were lightly seasoned. It was good. When you eat at a salt, pepper, and garlic community, having those little things like the fries go right, go a long way to establishing if I will come back here or not ever again. Or when I write my review, I will just share with them my disposition and say, hey, I might not go here based upon this. But long story short, let's continue. And I promise, because I said I'm going to make this quick, because I got a date with my wife and we're going to go see Civil War. And I'll give you my review about that later. So long story short, my wife basically was like, okay, well, I want grits. He wants fries. This is his place. So I'm going to order something else. So she's looking at the menu. We're looking at the steak tacos, red flag. We're looking at a couple other items, and we're like, you know what? What's the special? The waitress comes up to us and says, well, we got a special. It's a pasta, a panini pasta shells with grouper and shrimp, and it's in a sauce, and you get some cheese on it. Now, we're on vacation mode, right? We're not eating the normal way of life. So it's okay. So I tell Babe, I was like, yo, go ahead and get that. So she got it, right? My mullet and French fries came out way quicker than her food, right? And this is the house special. That's red flag number 1. Why is my fish and chips that was ordered maybe 3 minutes before hers? Why did that come out like within 5 minutes? And her food came out probably like 10 to 11 minutes after she made the order, which is 3 minutes after mine. So that's like 8 minutes. And it's the house special. You would think the house special, they would have it on deck. But here's the thing that we were not aware of. Pensacola Beach for the week, I want to say this is like April 10th or something of that nature. Basically, the kitchen closes at 9 o'clock. So my rule of thumb is if I know what time the kitchen closes, I want to get there an hour before they start the preparation. Because like if the kitchen closes at 9 o'clock and you order something at 8:30 or 8:45, I don't think you're going to get the best. I think they already took it off the pot. I think they're getting ready to wrap it up. Or I think they're getting ready to disperse it. Or they're getting ready to give it to the cat. Because for some reason at this restaurant, they had a cat. And this cat was just sitting there chilling while we were eating our food. Okay, so let's get back into it, right? Hold on. I just wanted to encourage you, if you're watching this video and you stuck with me this far, please like, follow, and subscribe. Or share the video because I monetize this and you don't pay me nothing, but Facebook pays me, so every view counts, okay? Thank you, Skraitup. So back to what I was saying. We're sitting there, the food comes out, I look at it, it has this red sauce to it, it's grouper, it's shrimp, panini noodles, and my wife is from the South. So she's already really apprehensive about it. And I'm like, man, look, baby, these fries is good. I got to continue eating these fries because I got a plethora of fries and I got this mullet to get into. So what ends up happening, I look at my mullet. The lady says it's a plethora of mullet, right? It's 2 fillets split in half, 4 pieces of fish. We know if you go to any fish establishment and it's in the hood, they're going to tell you how many pieces of fish you get. Or that's what I'm accustomed to, so that's what I'm thinking. But it was 4 pieces of fish, some coleslaw, and some French fries for $25. And let me tell you this, the French fries were absolutely the best thing on the platter. And in fact, I devoured more fries than what I want to admit to, but halfway through the fries, guess what? My fries got cold. So I shifted because I got to base this off my other experience with the shrimp basket, which is adjacent to Redfish Bluefish on the same side of the street. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and check out the coleslaw. It wasn't coleslaw. It was cabbage. It was dry cabbage. And what I had to do was take the tartar sauce they gave me, take some crystals, pour it up in, and squeeze my lemon on it to make it bearable because they served me dry cabbage and called it coleslaw. And I had my wife try it to verify. We taste no sauce whatsoever. Okay, so I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'm like, okay, we can live with that because cabbage is subjective. Cabbage looks like coleslaw, but it doesn't have no mayonnaise. It doesn't have no seasoning. And like I said, this is things I expect out the salt and pepper garlic community. But let me tell you something. Hold on. I was not prepared for what I got. Now, me being in the South as long as I have been, I can deal with bony. You got to peel it. It's white, it's flaky, tastes good. Big mouth bass, put it on my plate. I'm for it. Tilapia, keep that there. But catfish, give it to me. Whitening, I'm there for it. Mullet to me is the worst tasting fish I have ever tasted. If you fry it in grease, you don't taste the fish. You taste the breading and you taste the grease, and it's disgusting. And you have to drown it in whatever sauce you have. So I had to put it in my coleslaw, and not the coleslaw that they gave me, the coleslaw I made. And I ate it because it was $25. I ain't in the position to waste $25 on a meal, even though I could have gone to Shrimp Basket and got an all-you-can-eat and 2 sides for about $20.75 and saved me about $3.25. But we ain't gonna go there. Listen, let's go to the main course, the special, because they declared it and called it their special. So it's their special. And like I said, it was penne noodles. It was shrimp, colossal shrimp, like my wife described. It was big, and it was grouper, and it was with a red sauce. So let me get with, the sauce was phenomenal. But my wife brought it to my attention, and I said, it made sense. Who puts grouper in red sauce? She's like, babe, take a bite. I didn't want to take a bite. I'm like, I want you to enjoy your food. But I learned not too long ago, when my wife offers me something off her plate, just say yes and try it. Even if I don't want it. It just saves the argument. Okay, fellas, you hear that? Okay, so I'm like, okay, cool, babe. I tried. The grouper sauce, the first time I tried the sauce, I'm like, they got slaves inside that kitchen, people, because that sauce was real good. The sauce was real good. But I didn't taste the grouper. So, you know what I had to do? My wife was like, nah, you got to taste it. So she got a spoon and gave me the grouper. I tasted the grouper, and guess what? It ain't taste like it had any flavor to it. None whatsoever. And this is part of the special, right? Hold on. So, I'm unimpressed with the grouper that's on the paninis in the red sauce. But the sauce, the panini, and the cheese is immaculate. Next thing she gave me is a piece of shrimp. And let me tell you, felt like I was chewing on some dehydrated gum that I was trying to rehydrate in my mouth with my saliva. Yes, it's that tough. And this is where I have to sit there and say, you got to take in consideration the time. We got there after 8 o'clock, but we got there before 9 o'clock. Now, I felt as if they probably took it off the stove, probably put it in a pot and saran wrapped it so they can preserve it for the next day or whatever they do. I don't know. I wasn't in the kitchen. But it felt like her food took longer because it was reheated and the shrimp was curled. And like I said, the waitress did everything she was supposed to do. She was very accommodating, very polite, very nice. Unfortunately, my wife had to go find her so we can address the bill because we weren't there to drink. We were tired. We just wanted some food. And honestly, I wanted Shrimp Basket, and we should have went to Fish Head because we had talked about going to Fish Head because Fish Head has an amazing bushwhacker, and we had just had some of their nachos earlier. And we were like, no, we'll try some more restaurants out because the restaurant we were going to go to had reviews for like a banging burger or whatever, whatnot. And that's what she wanted to do that night. But their kitchen closed at 8. So my thing was, in all honesty, either A, you overcooked the shrimp, you ain't seasoned the grouper, but you put the grouper in there after the fact. Or you had that stuff sitting in the pot and it was boiling and you was going to keep it on simmer till it was time to stop serving the meal, which wouldn't make any sense because it wouldn't have taken those 8 additional minutes for my wife to get her food. So that's why I sit there and said in the Facebook post that I made, I love the ambience. I am impressed with everyone's attitude from walking out the establishment. Everyone is very polite. Hey. And let's not factor in race into there because even though I got dreads and I'm African American, I think I look like I am part of the community. So it's nothing to see a black man up in there. I think they were just genuinely nice and good people. But I think they cut corners on prepping my wife's meal. And I think they need to take the mullet completely off the menu because I think that you can catch mullet in the bay and I think you can catch it off the beach. And I mean, I can understand the profit margins, but I don't think you should serve mullet, period, because mullet did not taste anything like a fish. It tasted like crunchy grease, and with the cabbage that had no seasoning on it, it wasn't something I can recommend, and I don't like to bash restaurants at all. I just think that for the price, the ambience, and the overall appeal of redfish, bluefish, I think customers should be able to expect a world-class meal or something delightful because you're charging above normal cost for something because they have higher expectations on the Shrimp Basket and they charge less, but they produce a way superior product. So my overall disposition is that staff, The waitress, I'm gonna give her like a 7 out of 10. She was courteous. We had to find her at the end. She was polite, and she recommended the special. And she basically said that the catfish or the fish and chips was plentiful. And at the end of the day, it was just 2 fillets cut in 4. I think she was extremely nice, but I'm giving her a 7 out of 10 because we factor in her opinion into our food. And listen, it wasn't the best. Ambience, I love it. Hold on real quick, about to ruin my timer. Hold on. So, as I said, ambience alone is a factor. If I was drinking and I wanted to just have a couple of drinks and look inland and not on the beach and enjoy some music and enjoy the facility, it's a vibe, hands down. Definitely go back there and enjoy it. What I didn't enjoy was the cat. My wife was so generous with the cat that the cat did not leave. And this is the second time in a week we've seen the cat at a nice facility. We've seen it at the Grand in Crystal Lake. I thought it was the same cat for a second, but I'm going to assume it wasn't. But my wife tried to give it a sweet potato fry or a waffle fry, and the cat turned it down. And we were like, ooh, that was real snobbish. Because you could be a stray or you could be the owner's cat, whatever the case is. You're sitting on the green and you buy us and you're looking like Heathcliff the cat, and we're just trying to offer you something since you're biased, and you rejected my wife's offer. So the cat didn't make it any better, but the Omni is like an 8 out of 10. Now for the fish and chips, that's $25 with the mullet. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10. Yes, it sucked that bad. Please take it off the menu or do a deep discount. Call it greasy fish and chips with cabbage and sell it for half the cost because it's not worth the $25. And I really want you guys to comment and tell me, did the staff overcook the food or reheat the food to serve the special when it was close to close? Based upon the information and based upon our bill, your special gets a 0.5 out of 10. The only reason that gets a 0.5 is because the red sauce was everything. And I agree. I don't think you should do red sauce and fish. There's a lot of things that I understand people try, and I'm not a chef. I'm just a consumer, and I'm just someone who happened to go to your place and was basically disappointed. Because when you compare the cost, shrimp basket, we got 2 entrees, we got 4 sides, we got endless amounts of it, right? And it was 40-something bucks. Your meal came to $53. Redfish, bluefish, would I go back or recommend? Big thumbs down. You know, I'm looking forward to mine. Yeah. Fish etouffee. Fish. Which I don't know what this other dish is. I'm just gonna get ahead and see. Child, I'm over here like, hold on. Fish with the bright peppers, tomatoes, celery. Fish etouffee. They got a never had it with green sauce. It's like they just fluff. You see, this ain't chewy at all. It's shrimp.
Rice, I don't like rice. Everything else is in there.
All right.
Well, your dishes probably go with that juice. I'm not getting any juice.
Yeah, the juice in the container.
Oh, that's the orange marmalade for the shrimp, and it is so good.
I bet you would hit on the rice. I got you.
I did already. Rice already in it. You know I got a thing with super sweet.
You got hot sauce right here. It's crispy, soft, not overly black. This place.
They gave you.
I'm telling you. My etouffee, I'm so used to it in the red sauce. This green sauce is different. It's more of a. It was like one of those. It leaves something to desire the sauce, but you mix it with the rice.
Would you like to try some of the orange marmalade?
But here,
you want to try a piece of the?
Yeah, let me just
enjoy food.
Be wise. No, I want to share with you. Here, try the shrimp. Nice hearty piece of tomato.
Really good.
Okay. Before I get too freaky with it, then let me give you the rice with the blackened fish. I don't know what fish it is, but it's good. It reminds me that fish we had the other day was not good.
Okay.
Now, here's the carrot fish etouffee.
All right, get everything we need.
I think we're wonderful.
All right.
You can get a side of ranch.
Okay.
So let me taste your coconut shrimp. I did want to. That's why I didn't want to tell you. I wanted the jerk chicken. I didn't want you to get it. I didn't want to tell you. I was going to defer to you. That's the jerk chicken?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's lightly dusted. I think that's what I did. Heavy. That rice is soft. Then I take a bite of a coconut shrimp. Ooh, with the marmalade. Oh yeah, this looks like it could be potentially good. I don't even do coconut shrimp, but oh my god. Oh my god. No, I'm good. That's you. Thank you. I think we both got the dish we needed. I need my hush puppies. I'm gonna start making hush puppies. That's how good they are. Here's what my etouffee is. Let me see what this sauce is. But for the etouffee, yeah, I got you. Etouffee, it's a roux. That's definitely the flour. Definitely. Well, I can't. Let me not sound ignorant with the roux because it's basically flour and butter, but then you add the water to it, and the texture's there. It's a roux sauce. It's something to desire with the flavor. If I take my shrimp and mix it with the etouffee, it's gonna season it. That's the only not. My etouffee, the crawfish is everything. Lightly salt. I don't think it was meant to be by itself. I think they wanted us to mix it all up after having several meals. You got your wishes. You said, babe, I need you to do something other than shrimp basket. I'm like, what else can I do other than the shrimp basket? Be careful. Next time we come back here to the Gulf Shores, I would definitely come back here and get this again.
Something vacation rental place for everybody. It's got its own lazy river, hot tub, drinks, cabanas, all of that. The rental. And I heard the wharf actually has one too. And they were saying they're actually reasonable.
I mean, it's a big condominium right there. But for our race, boo, I'll tell you what, man.
Well, that is true. Stay there. They have like a washing machine, a dryer, all that. So that kind of stood out to me right now, being that I need to wash. You know, everybody's gonna have those wet clothing, and their kitchen was huge. So I saw that they were able to make a big thing of tea.
Everything's so good for y'all.
Oh,
Everything is beyond amazing.
Amazing. Like our first time here is.
Oh, okay.
We've been eating. My husband did a great job of celebrating my birthday, and today he chose business. I got the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
the-
all good stuff right there. You can't beat that.
Man, it's so good.
So we pulled up in the Gulf Shores, and the gentleman was exiting as we was pulling in. He gave us his ticket, and he had told my wife, we heard all the music at the hangout, and he was like, it's kind of pricey over there. So we looked at the menu,
Yeah.
and we couldn't see none of the pricing. And my wife was like, based upon what he said, I don't know. So I was like, okay, let's Google some places.
Yeah.
And we seen this. I looked at the prices. I looked at the jerk. I was like, ooh, I want to get this jerk chicken. I'm crazy. I've been eating a lot of shrimp basket over the last week. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with the shrimp basket. But I seen the jerk chicken. I was like, I ain't gonna tell they. So right before Mary's her name, correct?
Yes.
Right before Mary got to take her order, my wife was like, I want a Caribbean platter. And I said, son of a biscuit, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Creole platter.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I don't know what was the shrimp dish right there.
You got a shrimp Creole.
That shrimp Creole was
It's
everything.
off the chain. It's really, really good.
I never had an etouffee with the green sauce, but it has its own homemade roux, correct?
Yeah, it's got its own.
It just didn't have the seasoning,
It's a thinner roux and stuff like that. It's
yeah. But when you mix it all together,
it'll hurt you. It's
yes. But this whole platter just blew my mind. All together, everything. We started doing. I did a bushwhacker for the first time at Fish Head at Fairfield, and my wife has been just going to town with them.
Yeah.
But y'all, bushwhacker.
Yeah, it's good. We
This
do
is-
it all. I
this
mean,
is
we make
staple
all
of
of it right
humans.
here.
How
So
long have y'all been in this
33 years.
33 years.
Y'all was here before there was anything else.
No, there was a few other places and stuff, but there's actually been a restaurant here in this location for about 47 years, something like that. Since about 80, 81, 82, something like that. There's been a restaurant. So at least
Hats
40.
off, man. I just loved everything.
Well, thanks.
This is what you come to dine for.
It's fun. We've been blessed all these years. I've been here like 25 years, and it's been fun. And we get to laugh and eat and meet nice folks and stuff like that. It's an awesome thing.
I
We've
can
been
tell
on-
it was like I got a local vibe to it. When we
Yeah.
came in, I said, "Oh, I know it's gonna be good." That kitchen swung open, and he saw some of the cooks. He was like, "Oh, it's gonna be good."
They know how to cook, so they do. Do you
Well,
like?
thank you.
Do y'all like peanut butter?
I
I've
have-
never had it.
We're gonna give you a little sip of that. You want?
Okay, hands down. I got a little bit of fish left. I'm trying to do what Dad do. I'm trying to preserve the fish. Because Dad plans. He said he's trying to go to the movies and fall asleep.
If you're going to see a Civil War movie, yeah, I can guarantee you I'm gonna
Here,
fall asleep.
just
Okay.
dip your knife or something. Just see if you like the taste of it.
Oh,
I don't want to mess up the bushwhacker.
oh no, you're fine. I'll try it. I'll be more than likely to like it. It makes sense. But that's peanut butter.
It is.
I can't wait. Thank you. Gives it a nice little, I almost want to say the peanut butter turns into like a butterscotch. Nice little creamy flavor. Let me do a little bit more with that.
With the, I guess because I got all the chocolate, it's giving me like a Reese's. I'm like,
That's what I always say. It's like the
this was good. I appreciate it.
That is good.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot. You like it because it strengthens your drink up a notch. It's
there's only 3 ingredients in the
bushwhacker. But I think because we went to Shrimp Basket and they had one, I said they don't churn theirs. It doesn't turn. I'm like,
ours is real ice cream too.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is real ice cream.
Okay,
that makes a difference, and it's got Hershey's chocolate in it. And those aren't ingredients. There's 3 different liquors in there.
A year ago, we wouldn't have known anything about Hershey, but we just moved back from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we stayed up there a whole year, got Hershey passes, did the Hershey tours, learned about the Reese's family.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
really cool. I would like to do that.
Oh, you have. It's definitely one of those bucket list things. And if you have like a special someone, take them.
Yeah.
Because you can smell chocolate throughout the city with all those factories.
I would never leave.
I'm telling you, I was like, I am just getting
I would never leave. I don't think.
Waking up in the morning. I probably consume more sweets there than I have anywhere
But
else.
it's a place you would not think to go to on its own unless you heard from it. But Mr. Milton Hershey, and you go to the Hershey School and you hear the story about like when in York, because like the York peppermint patties is part of the Hershey brand, and then the caramels when he made. Where do you make the caramels from? What's the other? No, there was another city. It's not York, but there's a city in between. He started with the caramel, then he got the chocolate for the caramel.
Oh, okay.
And I mean the whole history, but the whole city is engulfed in Hershey, branded Hershey.
Yeah.
And he brings a lot of things. It's just like the Gulf Shores, like with all the concerts at the theater that's over there. I mean, we just randomly went to Hershey. We seen ZZ Top. We Leonard Skinner, and I mean it was a great concert.
Oh yeah,
just almost some random, just going there eating some food because we're foodies. So thank you for that.
We appreciate it, y'all. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Y'all got enough kids?
How many you gonna need? 2 boxes.
2 boxes.
He said you got energy for a movie. All right, 8:31.
I said not no Civil War.
That movie
we go
great.
With the third option. It was between Civil War, the Plum movie, and what was the third one that just came out?
No.
I can't count it.
I forgot. So I guess
That's nice.
This is when we separate.
we separate.
Let's see the time, Johnny. Oh, you know how we settle these disputes. That's how you got me. Yep, that's how you got me to watch that other movie. The Wheel.
And so tomorrow we drive to Birmingham.
I don't even want to talk to you about that. That's sensitive shit.
Why?
Induction ceremony at 1 o'clock.
You didn't watch it.
Yes, I did.
I had to fight you to watch The Wheel about 10 times.
John, I did watch it though. We watched it on the projector in the bedroom. I watched that entire movie. Yes, I did. And it actually was a good movie. It's just
Sunday morning.
You just gotta make me pull your teeth in order for you to do it.
I mean, it was about a dude being overweight. And
Monday, Nicole coming back down Monday night.
No, he was not only overweight, he was Homo sapien and he had a daughter. Miss Mary, I was not trying to be rude to you. I'm so sorry. What did you say?
No, I was going to tell y'all about our
bushwhack.
Yeah, our first bartender. We went through 3 different recipes before we decided on this one right here. So that was like the best.
Okay.
So you've been here a long time too.
Mm-hmm.
How long?
20.
20 years.
The bushwhackers kept you?
Over there.
You know that crown up in that brown, that bottle.
Well, I looked up.
You need to go about 2-4 stones.
You see it all in my face. Yeah. Yeah, you right. So I'm gonna give my plate an 8 out of 10. But when you mix it together, it's a 10 out of 10. Just because the etouffee, ain't no not because you mix it all together, it's seasoned to perfection. Hospitality, the charm, the warmth, the friendliness. 10 out of 10 across the board. I love giving the 10 out of 10 because I feel like you just give them for no reason. But nah, you really this impressed me. I would bring the whole family back with stuff.
I want more. I want 50.
You didn't even touch your sweet potato casserole. It's like you got a dessert.
That's a dessert.
It's a dessert. You eat your mangoes right now.
No, that's a lot.
For my meal.
I'll take your fish. Your fish should go good with my rice.
I'm not.
If you want it.
Oh.
Hold it in your mouth. Eat it and hold it in your mouth. I might give you a piece of mango. Like chew it 1 or 2 times. Yeah. That's not bad.
We got, as you alluded to,